Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty North American Championship 2015 presented by Xbox. Courage here, joined by Chance. Chance hopped on over to the Outlaw stream before. Now he's back here on Bravo with me here. As you can see, we got Denial versus Rise here in this losers bracket round 3 matchup now. We are in the losers bracket, which means you are technically eliminated if you lose. But what's the special situation going on with this one?
Okay, because they've made it to losers bracket round 3, there's actually going to be 8 teams left. Whoever wins all of those matches are guaranteed top 12 and move on to COD Champs. Now, the other 4 are going to play in a consolation match tomorrow. So that means they are not quite eliminated, but that final match is going to decide both their seeding, whether it be 13 or 14, and whether or not they don't qualify.
Now, in regards to that, we're not sure if it's going to be played tonight or tomorrow. That still hasn't been fully confirmed yet. We've been waiting for official word here. But either way, you'll be sure to know when those matches are going to be live. I'm not sure if they're going to be streamed or not here, but right now we have Hardpoint on Biolab here, the first square hill. What are you looking for if you want to hold down this hill?
Oh, really, this is going to be about scrap time. The only way to make it not so is to have insane slaying power, which is what you saw exactly from your squad, like Clayster starting off 3-1, Replays going 3-3. You really have to slay the other team out in order to gain a serious amount of time, but it's obviously not that hard to break. As you see, they have done so. Now a 24-13 game. Right
there, Clayster inside the hill, utilizing this ASM-1, and you saw what he did right there. Double jumping up and down, just causing mass hysteria there. Nobody able to really lock onto him there, getting those last 10 seconds, so Denial has a 20-second lead here leading into the Esky Hill. Miyagi and squad holding it down.
Yeah, they are holding down this Esky's kills. That is your Rise squad, and they are pushing out the spawns of Denial, which is exactly what we want to be doing. Is everyone from Denial is going to be coming from mid-map, and it looks like Rise Nation is aware of this as they are defending perfectly.
Attached, just missing some bullets there, whiffing a beatdown, winds up getting taken out, a slight fail from him. Clay winds up going down, so Rise doing a good job of adapting from wherever Denial's pushing from. Replays gets taken out there, so it continues. That's now 30 uncontested seconds here as Rise now has a 15-second lead.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely huge hill for them. They lost the first hill by a little bit, and JCap is basically going to single-handedly break that hill, as it looks like Denial is going to send their final 2 players to try to break this, and if not, they're just going to give up, and Attach is already doing so, as this next blue hill is probably the most important hill in Hardpoint.
Yeah, as of right now, all 4 players on Denial utilizing the ASM-1. Wouldn't be surprised to see possibly Clayster here rock that bow here on this hill, as it's so easy to hold down that blue building, looking out those windows. But after that second hard point, we wound up seeing Rise get 50 seconds here, and they now have a 35-second lead, and Denial's able to break it.
Yeah, and right now they're really just trying to fight control for this hill. Looks like Rise right now does have the advantage, but it's not going to be easy as Denial's swarming the hill from 2 sides, as they are going to be pinching. JCap going on top, able to pick up one. That's going to be 2 down for Rise. The rest are in the hill, and the players from Denial know that, and they are also currently getting the cutoffs when they're spawning over by Green Plat.
JCap picking this Rise team apart right now, even deciding to challenge from range there with the ASM-1. Somehow Diabolic just picked up that 2-piece. He's now on a 6 streak here, continuing to stay alive in the hill, and these are those crucial moments that completely change a game here, Chance, when you can live inside of the hard point now for over 20 extra seconds here. Look at the difference in the score.
Yeah, this is extremely surprising, as Denial is actually a really good respawn team. JCap with a 3-piece. One of those players was his teammate, though, so not entirely the best thing to do. But Denial, really good respawn team. For the Rise come out hot like this is extremely impressive, and I really like what I've seen from them so far.
Love this positioning here out of Rise. 2 players on that bomb site there. You see in Search and Destroy by those blue boxes. 1 player pushing into that middle red cuts, making sure they can watch that Biolab area. Now with a 60-second lead, Pac-Man gets taken out on outskirts, but Diabolic able to clean up the other one.
You know, before this match, if you told me you thought Rise was going to win,
I'd slap you in the face.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. But if you had told me they out-rotated Denial, I would have believed you. But to say they're out-slaying by an extreme huge margin like this, having Miyagi at 17-8 and Sender at 15-10, I wouldn't have believed you for a second.
Yeah, after yesterday's matches, Miyagi wound up tweeting saying he was completely embarrassed with himself, could not wait to get back and kind of prove that he is still such a great player at this game. Right now, 18-9 here, but he's not going to be able to stay hot like this forever. You need to see the rest of his team continue pulling through. Pac-Man currently at 11-14, only 1 capture here. He needs to start playing more of that objective game mode that we know and love from him.
Yeah, and the rotation is coming in for Denial. It looks like they do have this middle hard point on lock for the time being, as it's now going to be rotated at this exact moment. You're going to really be looking for the Rise players to do everything they can to break it,
Clayster.
But they're going to need to take their time to do it and pinch out. They don't need to rush. They don't need flood. And actually, you have a pinch coming in from Ice and left side, and they're able to break. Replay is going to be your last one alive for Denial in this hill. He's just going to stay alive and contest, but he does go down.
And this is what I'm talking about with Pac-Man, right? Obviously, his team is up by so many points, right? But you want to see him inside of the hill, letting Miyagi go and do whatever he wants. When he's this hot, and now Pac-Man's in here, Miyagi's able to roam. He's able to go and manipulate and notice where the opposing team's spawning from. And when Pac-Man's picking up 2 and 3 pieces like this, it's going to be hard to stop this Rise squad.
Yeah, you're exactly right. When teams can recognize which of their players is going to be hot and can utilize that in-game, that's what separates the amateurs from the professionals.
Oh, exactly. And now Rise continuing to hold down this hill. Chance, the difference maker so far. Denial gets control of the hill. They lose it 5 to 10 seconds. Little scrap time here and there. Rise, when they get control of a hard point, 30, 40 seconds uncontested because they know exactly where the opposing team's going to be coming from. And after the first rotation of hills, we have a 90-second lead here for Rise.
Yeah, this is huge for Rise, coming out well. And they've had big plays, 2 pieces, 3 plays. Miyagi right there with another one. This team is playing extraordinarily well. They're out-rotating, out-slaying, and getting the clutch plays.
Continuing to stay aggressive here, not just letting one player sit in the hill. They have 2 or 3 at a time. Look at how Miyagi's moving. He's knowing how to flank behind the players. He's knowing where to sit, where to cause distractions here. A 100-second lead here. Every single player on Denial is negative at the moment.
Yeah, if you're a Denial fan, you really got to be worried. They got knocked out by a team that's not even technically a professional team on the main stage. Attach picking up a kill on JCap, unfortunately, they're a team kill. But now they're looking also really shaky in a game mode they're supposed to be dominant at.
There you see Attach clean up that kill there on Ice. Now spotting one more player there, darting in. He winds up going down, but here we see Rise yet again on the rotation, in position. They will gladly give up those 9 seconds because they have such a nice lead to hold down the first 20 to 30 seconds of this Eskies Hill.
Yeah, Rise Nation set up perfectly. You see Pac-Man out in that turret building, although he does get cleaned up, was in a very good position. Miyagi getting destroyed on that hill as well. So it looks like your Denial squad is actually able to take control of this hill. And on the last set of rotations, they weren't able to do so. So they've really started to turn things around. Still down by about 60 points, though.
Yeah, right now, honestly, everybody on Denial just need to start winning these one-on-one gunfights. JCap picked up 2 kills earlier on. Diabolic now finding 2 of his own, and that's really the difference maker here. Pac-Man even. Miyagi 30 and 19. Sender trading 1 for 1 at most times, and Diabolic sitting there at 22 and 17. Everyone on Rise firing on all cylinders here, and Denial just continuing to play flat.
Yeah, if your worst player is only -2 in a respawn game mode, you're probably doing extremely well, especially playing the way, working together, Team Miyagi again with another 2-piece. They're just playing phenomenally right now. And then another one with Diabolic.
Yeah, and here you see Rise continuing to hold down this hard point, and once again, they went into that hard point, wound up holding down 30 of those seconds, 40 of those seconds, while Denial could barely get anything going here, finally grabbing those last few. We're going to be rotating here towards this blue room, and look who's inside it first. It's Rise yet again.
Yeah, the worst Rise has done on any hill this match was the opening one, and they were only down by 10 points. After that, the worst they've done is completely trading even. Every single other hill, they're at least up by 5, 10 seconds, and they're just doing everything right on each individual hill.
Second time this map where Denials killed each other with those explodable canisters there. Now you're seeing Clayster trying to hold down this hard point. 2 players pushing him from top blue. He gets taken out. That's going to be Rise. Being able to push in here. Let's see if they're able to hold this down and break this. Who's going to get the entry kill from them? Replays holding it down strong.
Yeah, Denial had 4 alive right around that blue hard point, which is exactly what they need to have happen. Down by about 50 seconds with 2 minutes left to go. It is not out of the realm of possibility at all. Diabolic looks like he might be able to get another 2-piece. He does. Also rocking the laser sight and utilizing it effectively. Able to break that blue hill is exactly what Rise needed to do. Great plays by Diabolic to get the 2-piece on the hill.
And in a game like that, that makes a difference of a 40-second game to now going back up to close to a full minute difference here. And with only a minute and 50 seconds remaining, you're going to see Denial wake up now and start going hard here with the kills and really just clutching up in every gunfight, and that's what Attach needs to do.
Yeah, exactly. Denial does have control of this hill, though, so again, still not out of the realm of possibility, but Rise, all they need to do right now is take their time and work it. You do see one player going on the flank, although he does get cleaned up by your squad, and it looks like Denial actually able to get pretty good time off of this hill. They are working away the lead that Rise does have.
Yeah, on your minimap right now, highlighted, you see Clayster holding down that entire back blue area, making sure no flanks are coming in. Now he's going to rotate there. Over with Attach, so they're making sure no matter where the opposing team's coming from, they're locking them down. And look, that 60-second difference is now down to just 30, but it looks like Rise has finally been able to break this hill unless Clayster picks up a 2-piece like that.
I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we might actually be able to call this a comeback. Rise might even be able to pull up the last 7 seconds, but they're only going to be down 20 seconds going into this final hill, which is huge for them to be able to come back from such a huge deficit.
25 seconds putting these two teams in a difference right now. As you can see, Rise once again, though, getting control of the first few here. Miyagi staying alive in the hill. He's not able to pick up one. Has to reload with a player below him, but his teammates there yet again. Diabolic picking up two here. He's still jumping around. Attach picks up two. This is so back and forth in these final 2 minutes.
Denial does have control of this hill, but all Rise needs to do is contest just for a few more seconds, but it looks like no one is in position to do so. Denial has complete control of this hill. They're only down by 15 seconds with 25 left to go. Rise really going to need to put something together to hold on to this lead.
Clayster's got one player behind him. He winds up getting taken out, but two players still on this hard point right now. That's going to be JCap finding that two-piece. Can he get the third? He sees one more. JCap getting the quad feed right there. It is now all tied up. The players are going to be pushing through this red spawn. That's Replays getting the cutoffs. The incredible comeback has happened, and Denial wins map number 1 up against Rise. An incredible performance here in the final 2 minutes. I do not know what just happened. Clayster, JCap, Attach, Replays all just went off.
Oh, that was insanely massive from JCap. He went on a 5 streak at the end and picking up a quad feed in the final hill, and they barely won after being outplayed the entire game. That comeback from them was insane.
You know what happened? As we were talking about that on that green hill, when it rotated to that, we said they need to win their gunfights. They need to start just making the plays happen, and Attach really started that off in that red area. We saw him wind up just getting that two-piece and then really just igniting the rest of their team. Clayster picking up kills with that BAL. He switched back over to the AR, which I think really helped his team. You saw him go from being negative to finishing that game +6, I believe, there. So incredible stuff from Denial in the last 2 minutes. If I'm a Rise player, though, I need to kind of forget that just happened.
Oh, my God.
They dominated the first 8 and then just Clayster and the boys came back there. So, guys, game number 1 is over. Incredible comeback for Denial. They're going to go up 1-0. When we come back, more intense Call of Duty action.